bubble.
Tiny bubble.
Welcome back, Home Wizards, a very special holiday edition as we are helping you improve your home and improve your life, gearing up for the big day. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And are you inspired by Imbibe Magazine?
I am so thrilled by this new website that I think I can live again.
Well, it's kind of new. They've been around for a little while, but you guys are really, I think, making an imprint. You guys are so, I think that there's no bias. I love how you just have, bartenders all over the planet kind of giving you some more ideas. It really feels like you are just blanketing the globe.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always trying to find, new and interesting people and places to feature and try to stay on top of, what's new and interesting in the world of drinks. So, people look to us to find out what's new and exciting. And so we try to keep our fingers on the pulse of that.
And do you think that you guys are influenced much like the food industry is influenced by popular tastes and recipes? I mean, do these things sort of come upon us through pop culture and what's out there now in the food world? Yeah,
actually, the interesting thing is there's a lot of crossover between food and drinks, so we do see a lot of influence from the food world. And what's really fun these days is bartenders and chefs are collaborating a lot. So you see a lot of that interesting crossover from the kitchen to the bar with ingredients and things like infusions and, house-made bitters and other types of mixers, syrups, things like that. So it's really fun these days.
Huh. And then what about this mashup stuff? What's going on with all that? What is that conceptually?
So that's a feature in our holiday issue, kind of about the crossover between brewers and distillers. So, what we've seen is there are a lot of parallels in the drinks world between, all of the different beverages, but there seems to be a special connection between brewers and distillers. Distillers often start out as brewers or vice versa, or they even, start to delve into one or the other worlds while they're doing, their chosen profession.
Right.
So we have this feature in the November-December issue about that whole phenomenon and how that crossover is impacting the world of brewing and distilling, and it's pretty fun.
Okay.
Well, as we are getting ready, and we are currently still celebrating as we're counting down the days to Christmas and New Year's, help us with what we can bring, whether it's a bottle of wine or a great liqueur, to our friend, to our family member's home as we're celebrating, because there's so many occasions and we want to have something that's unique and fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to go overboard, which is the nice thing. So, depending on whose house you're going to, kind of figure out what you think they might like the best, but you can get a special beer. One label that we recommend in our holiday gift guide is Urthel, which is a really interesting Belgian beer. And you can usually get that at a specialty beer shop. It's, one of those beers, it's sort of like a beer geek's beer. So it's not something somebody would probably, have in their kitchen or necessarily go out and find themselves, but they'd be really excited to get it and try it. So it feels unique, but it's not going to,
Tell me the name of that one again.
Put a huge pinch on your wallet. It's called Urthel.
How do you spell it?
Urthel. And they have a whole series. And the other interesting thing about Urthel is that it's a female brewer. She's in Belgium. And she actually finds a lot of inspiration from American beers, really hoppy American beers, and you can taste that in her beers. So that's kind of a fun little twist on that as well. We also
At first I thought you said Urkel, that character from that TV show, and I was like, wow, he has a beer out? That's amazing.
Wouldn't that be funny? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. You never know, but and then, another thing that's really fun, I think, this time of year is ciders. So, like hard ciders, they're getting really big these days, and I think that's kind of a special thing to bring to a party. Again, maybe something people wouldn't necessarily think to get themselves, but they'd be really interested to try. And again, they don't cost a fortune, so it's a nice thing to bring to a party. They always come in really pretty bottles too. And Farnham Hill is one that we recommend in our gift guide that we really love. It's their semi-dry sparkling apple cider. It's just a really lightly sweet, effervescent cider that has a lot of interesting flavors going on, and also would go really well with a holiday spread. if you wanted to pull it out and have it with, like turkey and all the trimmings.
Cool.
So that's an interesting one. There's a lot of great wines right now that you can get, for very good prices. And we're, of course, in Portland, Oregon, so we're sort of in the home of Pinot Noir.
Oh, yes. You guys have some great Pinots. Ever had Pinot from
the
from
land
Portland?
of Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
So we're always excited to kind of, find the latest, most interesting Pinots around here. But one of my go-to Pinots from Oregon is always Cameron. Love Cameron wines. And, I always think if you're in a certain region that has wine growing nearby, go to your wine store and find an interesting label from a regional winery.
One in Rome.
I think that's a really great way to kind of be local, support what's going on in your own neck of the woods, and then, get a cool story to go with it. So when you give the wine to your friends, you can be like, hey, this was produced,
That's fun.
right in our neck of the woods, and give them a little spiel on it. So,
What about liqueurs? Because when we were getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, the buzz was for us to get hibiscus liqueur.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. It's amazing. There's so much going on with liqueurs these days. I mean, you can literally find every flavor imaginable. I always like this time of year kind of interesting spiced liqueurs, things with again, those kind of warming holiday spices. And I also, one of my favorite things this time of year is Nocino. So that's always one thing that I'm pulling out this time of year, because with Nocino, you can sip it on its own. It's great. It makes a really great gift, but it's even something that you can just like spike hot cocoa with, or something really simple like that.
That's like my science teacher used to spike her orange juice with vodka.
Oh, really?
In a thermos. I love just the word spiking. It makes me think of her. Anyway, go ahead. I digress. I'm sorry.
I hope you learned something in that class. So, there's a lot of interesting spice liqueurs out there, a lot of things that are using interesting fruits as well.
So wait, Nocino, you said? How do you spell Nocino? Do you know?
Yep, it's Nocino, and it's made with walnuts.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds rich.
Yeah, it is. The nice thing about it is it's sort of chocolatey and nutty at the same time.
So like with a coffee maybe, huh?
Yeah, it would be great with coffee, actually.
Wow.
But yeah, especially delicious with chocolate. And you see it in a lot of cocktails this time of year too. But like I said, it's delicious if you just drink it straight on its own, or if you just put a little bit in your hot cocoa. It's always delicious.
And speaking of chocolate, I always love chocolate liqueurs. I've had chocolate tequila, chocolate vodka. Do you have any new chocolate, anything that's on your radar screen right now?
Any new chocolates? Well, the interesting thing, we've actually been doing a lot of tasting recently of just straight up chocolate. We've been looking at sort of boutique bean to bar chocolate makers. So we haven't been tasting the chocolate liqueurs and that type of thing so much as actual straight up chocolate, which is just fine with me because I love that too.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But yeah, chocolate has found its way into pretty much every spirit these days. So again, if you go to the liquor store and you're a huge chocolate person, if you peruse the shelves, you'll see pretty much, anything you want with chocolate in it.
How about a great tequila recommendation? Something new and smooth and exciting. What do you like?
Yeah, one of my favorite tequilas is, I have a few, but Casa Noble is a delicious tequila.
Casa Noble.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Really, really great artisanal tequila. Another one that's always delicious is Chinaco.
Okay.
Those are both going to be sort of sipping tequilas. So you can use them in cocktails, and they're delicious in cocktails. But if you want to, also just have a little nip in a glass and kind of show it off to your friends too.
I love Corriero.
Maybe something in the thermos when you're watching the kindergarten play. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Karen, great having you. Karen Foley with Imbibe Magazine. You can check out the latest holiday edition that's on stands right now. And also be sure to check the website. It's full with all kinds of great recipes and inspiration from whether you want to have an alcohol version of a cocktail or, liquor-free.
This just gives me such great ideas, seriously,
Fun.
For new great
Karen, have a
drinks.
great holiday. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
You too. Happy
You got
holidays.
it. All right. Imbibe Magazine. I love these guys. They have such great
Me too.
insight.
What a whole world I've never
They
even
open
seen
it up.
before.
They
Yep,
open you up to all
absolutely.
kinds of fun stuff. All right. Well, and Earthel beer.
Earthel, which is, who doesn't
You were
love
taking
Urkel?
notes. I saw you writing
I've
in
been
your
writing
iPhone.
all this stuff on my phone.
You're going.
I have great gift ideas.
All right. When we come up next, speaking of recipes, we got some of Eric and Cindy's family cookie recipes. We have
hundreds of years old. This recipe.
Pfeffernuss.
Yes.
Pfeffernuss? Do you
This
have
is from Germany. Hello.
You have the Pfeffernuss? We have the
most
Pfeffernuss.
delightful thing I've
Okay,
ever had.
all right,
I'm going
well,
to tell you how to make it.
I'm going to tell you to make the chocolate tree.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's all coming up next. Home Wizards.
What are you, a one-upsmanshipper?
Well, no.
Okay.
I want to inspire you to try to one up on me on the.
Okay,
Come on,
good.
you got the cooking groove going on.
Well, you wait.
You should see this guy with his cooking gloves.
Oh man.
Oh man.
They look beautiful. I look like a lobster.
Home Wizards. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dull. We're back in a moment on KFWB News Talk 980.